speaking to somebody in a cell right now. You feel forgotten. And you're all by yourself, but it doesn't feel like you're all alone. There's somebody in that room with you. Let me tell you, his name is Jesus. Come on, somebody. His name is Jesus.
Well, my name's Joel. I'm incarcerated here at London Correctional Center. I'm originally from Springfield, Ohio, but grew up in Columbus. I'm serving a 38 to life sentence. Even though I did grow up in a very strong Christian home, I fell away from God. By the time I was 18 years old, I had 2 kids and a very bad drug habit, which ended up leading me to committing my crime, where I unfortunately took a man's life and I ended up in prison. I've been incarcerated for 16 years now. I was Muslim for 10 years. I converted to Islam when I first got to prison. I was a Muslim for 10 years. I was a member of the Nation of Islam. I stayed in trouble. I was real heavily involved in the gang life, and I ended up in the Supermax Penitentiary at the Ohio State Penitentiary. It was July of 2020 where I found myself in the hole once again in segregation, and for years I had struggled with suicide. And it was at this moment where I was ready to do it. I had wrote a suicide note, and I was done with life. I was tired of feeling the pain. And it was at that moment to where, I don't know why, but it was Jesus. The name Jesus kept coming up in my head, and I tried to push it out. And then I hear a knock at the door, my cell door, and the CO asked me if I wanted recreation. I never go to rec while in segregation. But when I opened my mouth to say no, yes came out. So he took me to recreation. And right before the rec, I had cried out to God and I prayed. I asked, send me a sign, speak to me. And when I went into the rec cage, the TV that was in the rec cage, we're not allowed to use the remote, so we had to watch whatever's on it. And it just so happened Rock City Church was on. And Pastor Chad was speaking to the incarcerated individuals at that time from Rock City, and he said, "There's somebody's listening right now who is struggling, and God is telling me to tell you to come and rest." And at that moment, it was confirmation right then and there that God was speaking to me, and at that moment, I received Christ. Not only did I receive salvation, but I received a new family, a family of guys that I haven't been loved by a group of guys like this. I mean, ever. I can't imagine. Even when I was in the gang life, when I was Muslim, I've never been loved by a group of guys that's like these guys here. I used to be real depressed about not being able to go home, but now it's my focus has changed to God, what can you use me for? You know, whatever you need me for. I'm not saying I don't want to go home, but I no longer make that my priority. My priority is building a relationship with God and fulfilling my purpose that He has for me. It's nothing short but a miracle to where I am today. This is something that I have fought and hated so much. When it came to speaking to Christians, I couldn't stand it because I was taught through Islam to hate this. So to go from where I was then to be I was baptized a few months ago, something that I hated and fought for so long, now I submit to. And Pastor Nate, for us guys who need it, he sits down and he talks with us. You know, saying he'll give us advice. He'll go through Bible verses with us. And that's a big part in who I'm developing into today. You guys got to know, like, God is doing amazing things through Rock City Church. He's really moving through Rock City Church, and He's saving life. Not only me, from me to about 5 other people down, we are all tuned in faithfully at 10:30 to 11:30 on Sundays. And if one of us is slipping, we'll be like, "Hey, Joe, so Rock City about to come on. You better get your coffee." You know what I mean? We making an event out of it, and it's something. It's special. The fact that I'm walking in here and I'm praising God and I'm able to put my hands up and even speak in front of people, to me, that's as if I'm walking on water. That is my miracle. And being able to identify God's grace and to see God's mercy and to see God's love unfold in my life, man, is the greatest feeling I ever felt.